Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, Artistic Director and founder of Vocal Essence and organist choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis. So each day I've selected a composer who's had a role to play with these organizations, and today it's the Scottish composer and conductor Sir James McMillan, born in 1959. Studied composition at the University of Edinburgh with Kenneth Layton, and later received his PhD from Durham University. McMillan really came to prominence in 1990 when he had his first major work performed at the Proms, that wonderful summer festival in London. It was a percussion concerto that he had composed for his fellow Scotsperson, Evelyn Glennie. And it was called Veiny Emmanuel. It took the world by storm, not only because she's a fabulous percussionist, but the music was wonderful. He then composed a cello concerto for the Russian cellist Rostropovich. He's composed music of many, many different kinds, and he tends to like his music to be either music that is sacred, that is spiritual, having composed a number of masses and magnificats, or political. He wrote a piece that achieved a lot of notoriety called The Confession of Isabel Gaudy, and then a work that was based on poetry from liberation theology called Cantos Sagrados. In 2015, he became Sir James McMillan, being awarded a Knight Bachelor. I met him 2 years ago in England. I heard him speak, and you should look up his writings. He's an eloquent, interesting, and very deep man, very wedded to his faith, and a fascinating man about writing music. I've done several of his pieces. None of them are what you would call, oh, we can just sight read this. Not at all. And some of them, very extreme range. We did a piece of his with the ensemble singers called Christus Vincit, a work that he says at the beginning the tempo is to be delicate and tentative. And of course, it is that text that about for St. Cecilia's Day, about Christ reigns. And very quietly, voice after voice comes in. So what's hard to achieve, of course, is that what I was playing is the soprano 1, then the alto 1, then the soprano 2, then the alto 2, and they all do the same little phrase. But it becomes a wonderful kind of blur when you hear. And then the men, and the bass. Later, as it moves on, then, and it gets higher and higher, the soprano's going. And then, after a while, the solo soprano, like an angel up in heaven, giving us. And then it says, Christ reigns, and so they go. He also wrote a set of what he called motets for communion. And I do love that he has said here, designed for a good amateur church or cathedral choir or amateur secular choir. Well, make sure, again, these are not pieces to sight read. They're wonderful pieces, but they do take some time to learn. So at the beginning of this motet, when you get the text that says, "All power has been given to me in heaven and on earth," words from the book of Matthew, and you have a full choir going, and then sopranos. And then again soprano. You can see it's exciting music, challenging music, but definitely wonderful music. Now, he also wrote a piece that is called Nemo de Condemnavit, which is the text from the book of John that says, when Jesus said, "Has no one condemned you, woman?" And she says, "No one, Lord." And Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." What he's done here is have the male chorus sing this text of Jesus, and then the women coming in a much more improvisatory style, singing the words of the woman. So at the beginning, you have 4-part men, and then the altos and sopranos. As I said, more improvisatory. And the men re-enter as Jesus. They finish theirs, then the women come back with the men, and they get these beautiful haunting chords with soprano, soprano, alto, alto, tenor, tenor, bass, bass. Then a bit stronger. And stronger. Then the men come in, the women join, and finally, at the very end, when it says, "Neither do I condemn thee." Music of Sir James MacMillan. Have a wonderful day.